a name that echoes through Hollywood history, Clint Eastwood. For over 70 years, he's been the cowboy, the cop, the loner, the legend. But even legends have secrets. Behind the carefully crafted image lies a hidden chapter he never wanted told. It's the story of Sandra Locke, the woman who held a power over him that no one else ever could. A power so strong he tried to erase her from history. Stay with us, because this is a story you won't forget. Before he was a star, Clint Eastwood was a restless young man in California. He didn't have the hard childhood he sometimes described. His family lived well, with a pool and country club membership. But Clint was more interested in cars and women than school. His grades were poor, and he was even expelled for pulling pranks. He drifted between jobs, lumberjack, lifeguard, soldier, before chasing dreams in Hollywood. The start was brutal. Casting directors called him stiff and awkward. He failed auditions, landed a small contract at Universal Studios, and was dropped after minor roles. To make ends meet, he dug swimming pools, wondering if acting was a mistake. But Clint's iron determination carried him forward. Success finally came with Rawhide and later with Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns, launching him to fame. In 1953, he married Maggie Johnson, but Clint made it clear he would live as he pleased. Affairs became his addiction. He fathered children, in secret, including with stuntwoman Roxanne Tunis. While Maggie tolerated what was called an open marriage, Clint kept lovers at a distance. The only woman he adored unconditionally was his mother, Ruth Wood, whom he often brought to the Academy Awards and honored as the most important woman in his life. Everything changed when he met Sandra Locke. Born in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Sandra grew up in a cold household but excelled in school, graduating as valedictorian. Her big break came in 1967, when she starred in The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. It was her first film, and she earned an Academy Award nomination. Unlike others in Hollywood, she had an unusual marriage with her childhood friend Gordon Anderson, who was gay. Their marriage was platonic, but he was her anchor, and they remained married for life. In 1975, Clint cast Sandra in The Outlaw Josie Wales. On the Arizona set, sparks flew. Despite both being married, they began living together. For Clint, Sandra was perfect. She wasn't seeking a traditional husband or family, and her loyalty to Gordon left room for an all-consuming romance. Their chemistry spilled onto the screen in films like The Gauntlet, Every Which Way But Loose, and Sudden Impact. For the first time, Clint gave an actress top billing alongside him. But the deeper they went, the more controlling Clint became. He wanted Sandra to work only with him. Other directors stopped calling, and her career became tied to his shadow. Then came the ultimate sacrifice. Twice she became pregnant, and both times Clint urged her to have abortions. Later, he convinced her to undergo a tubal ligation, ending her chance to ever have children. She believed it was proof of their forever, but Clint was already living a double life. In secret, he was involved with flight attendant Jacelyn Reeves. They had 2 children, Scott and Catherine, but Clint left the father's name blank on their birth certificates. For years, Sandra knew nothing. When the truth surfaced, it shattered her world. In 1989, while Sandra was directing her film Impulse, Clint acted with ruthless efficiency. He sent movers to their home, packed her belongings, put them in storage, and changed the locks. When Sandra returned, her key no longer fit. 14 years together ended without a word. But Sandra fought back. She sued Clint for palimony. The case dragged on, and during the ordeal she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Eventually, Clint settled, giving her money, a house, and most importantly, a $1.5 million directing deal at Warner Brothers. It looked like a lifeline, but it was a trap. Clint had secretly funded the deal himself. Every project she pitched was rejected. It was a cage, not an opportunity. When she discovered the deception, Sandra sued again, this time for fraud. Against all odds, she exposed Clint in court. He settled once more, but the cost to her was devastating.